This is Platinum Northwest TV News. Good evening and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Philadelphia Mangoeng. Let's take a look at the news making headlines. First up, a Nqunde Secondary school teacher has alleged that the Department of Education has failed to improve the school's infrastructure, and Dr. MEC has called for the institutionalization of the district development model. In the business news, the South African formal job sector sees marginal growth in the last quarter of 2024, and in the sports news, SAFA's financial woes exposed by delayed salary payments. We begin here. A teacher from Nqunde Secondary School in the Nqunde village just near Vryburg made allegations on social media about the department's failure to improve the school's infrastructure. The allegations that were visually recorded and went viral show the teacher stating that the classrooms allocated to him is not in good condition, and also stated that even the learners are afraid to attend in that particular classroom.
Yeah, this is the class that was allocated to me to teach the learners. Look, no finisher, and look, it is damaged. And then the learners were even afraid or even not willing to come to this class because they had to carry the desk, and every time it meant that my period will be disturbed because I have to wait close to about 20 minutes for all the learners to settle. So that was the strategy that the principal of the school was using to frustrate me and to make sure that these learners fail, so that she can tell the community that I'm not qualified, I don't have classroom management and all these other things, because I know that she was reserving a position for the other guy who is still at university at Solplaji, is the resident of this place called Nqunde. So right now I'm only teaching in this shanties because she said I'm not qualified to teach in the high school where the bricks are. So this is actually human rights abuse, because you'll find that I'll be in one class for 6 periods whereby I'm teaching mathematics. No, I'm not. I'm teaching natural science. I'm also teaching creative arts as well as technology. So this is the frustration. And then this is the layout of the school actually. It's a beautiful school, but the high school, the secondary school where I'm appointed, does not have a building, because the principal is always in the kitchen making sure that she monitors all these people who are cooking, and then gossiping, that's her thing. She's always surrounding herself with all these women from the township who don't even have a matric. And then this is how the staff room looks like. Dirty place, like a pigsty. And then every morning I'll be standing here because she would tell the AA not to open the staff room before 8 o'clock. So all this winter I'll be standing here, and then I'll be feeling cold because I know that school starts at 7, and then 7:30 the periods are starting. So the principal and his crew will be arriving after 8, sometimes at 8:30. So this is really bad. This is really bad, and the department is not doing anything about it, because I laid complaints and then nobody wanted to listen to me. I was seen as a troublemaker. But I did send a report to Mr. Makado. I hope he will do something. As for Ms. Puseletso Batlhudi,
now, the Northwest MEC for Education, Viola Mutsumi, said that these allegations are false, and the department confirmed that a request for additional funding to relocate unused mobile classrooms was submitted by the Dr. Ruth Sekgomosi district office last year, with Nqunde Secondary identified as a recipient. Here's the Northwest Department of Education spokesperson, Mpata Molokwane, with more.
MEC for Education in the Northwest Province, Viola Mutsumi, strongly condemns false allegations made by a teacher from Nqunde Secondary School in Nqunde near Vryburg regarding the department's efforts to enhance school infrastructure. These claims, irresponsibly shared on social media, misrepresent the department's initiatives. The district office in Dr. RSM confirmed that it requested funding for relocating unused mobile classrooms, with Nqunde Secondary School being identified as a recipient. Additional funding was approved on January, and the project was completed on March 2025, with necessary infrastructure improvements certified by the principal and the SGB chairperson. Mutsumi further urges educators to avoid spreading misinformation and encourages them to address concerns through proper channels to uphold professionalism.
In other news, the Northwest MEC for Cooperative Governance, Human Settlements and Traditional Affairs, Molapisi, has called on senior managers of the department to ensure that the institutions of the district development model is set to address challenges faced by municipalities in the province. Molapisi was addressing the strategic planning session of COCTA held recently in Mahikeng to draft plans with clear targets aimed at changing the face of local government and upscale support to institutions of traditional councils. He further said that service delivery challenges that, as experienced by the community, rest on ineffective local government and that many municipalities lack the technical skills and resources to deal with the unmaintained roads, frequent disruptions in supply of water and electricity, uncollected refuse, as well as sewage that runs in the streets. In more news, the South African Democratic Teachers Union, that's SATDU in KwaZulu-Natal, has expressed concerns regarding the budget presented by Finance MEC Francois Rogers. Now, the union asserts that the budget, which was tabled yesterday, does not sufficiently address the critical issue of permanent employment for teachers. The Provincial Education Department has received a significant allocation of 66.7 billion rand, reflecting an increase of 3.7 billion rand. Moving on to international news now, the Kingdom of Lesotho will suffer from Donald Trump's aid cuts and stands to lose up to 40,000 jobs if the U.S. president also cancels a trade pact granting duty-free access to the American market. Entirely surrounded by South Africa, Lesotho is heavily reliant on exports and foreign aid to fund its 2 billion gross domestic product. Now, King Letsie II stated that if AGOA is terminated, it will have an immediate impact on the economy because it could mean the loss of jobs. Enacted back in 2000, the African Growth and Opportunity Act AGOA provides duty-free access for some products from about 30 sub-Saharan countries. It is due for renewal in September, and many are questioning its fate after the blitz of trade policy changes since the return of Trump to the White House. Now, U.S. President Donald Trump kicked up a diplomatic storm earlier this month when he defended the cuts to Lesotho, saying that it was a country no one has ever heard of.
$8 million to promote LGBTQI+ in the African nation of Lesotho, which nobody has ever heard of.
With that, let's take a look now at the business news. And in the business news now, the total employment increased by 0.1% in the fourth quarter of 2024. The increase was driven by the trade, business service, transport, and electricity industries. Meanwhile, community services, manufacturing, construction, and mining saw a decrease. In the fourth quarter, total employment decreased on a year-on-year basis by 0.8% between December 2023 and December 2024. In a positive turn, gross earnings paid to employees saw a notable increase of 6.1% on a quarter-on-quarter basis, providing some relief for workers. And that's all from the business news. Your sports update follows next. In soccer news, staff at the South African Football Association, that's SAFA headquarters, have been informed that their salaries will not be disbursed on time this month. This information was communicated in a letter from CEO Lydia Munyepao, which has since come to the attention of the media. Munyepao attributed the delay to a payment issue from one of SAFA's partners who has pledged to fulfill its obligation by the end of this month, at which point staff salaries will then be processed. Recent events underscore ongoing concern about SAFA's cash flow. In December, Munyepao revealed that the association owed national players substantial match bonus, leading the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture to advance 5 million rand in order to cover those debts. Moving on to cricket news now, New Zealand has won the toss and chose to bowl first against Pakistan in their dead rubber final match of the T20 series held in Wellington. The hosts made one adjustment to the lineup that secured an unbeatable 3-1 lead in the fourth match on Sunday, with Ben Sears replacing Zach Falkers. Captain Michael Bracewell indicated that he anticipated dew on the field on the match progressed onto the evening. Now, Pakistan implemented 4 changes to the team, and Captain Salman Aga expressed the need for significant improvement following the country's largest defeat margin in T20 history during the fourth match. And that's where we're going to have to leave it for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. The team will be standing by tomorrow. Till then, good night and take care.